Hi Aries, welcome to 8 of Cups Tarot. Welcome to your cards for July. First and foremost, I sincerely apologize for how late these videos are. And I actually really did get a head start this month. As I'm trying to push through these last couple of signs, I'm like setting aside all of this time. And it's just not coming, and I was sitting here last night, I was trying to do your cards, and I was tired, and there was a lot of distractions, and it just didn't feel right. So this morning I got up a little bit earlier and decided I'm gonna, sit down and take another stab at my Aries. And man, the cards just flew out really quickly, and it's such great energy. So I don't know, I'm taping this on, what is today? I'm so screwed up with the holiday. I think today is a Wednesday morning, July 8th maybe. So I don't know, maybe there was a major switch in energy in the past 24 hours. Things were starting to drag. And now I'm just feeling a lot of lightness, and a lot of, just making things fun. Things don't feel heavy, and it kind of feels all of a sudden. So, Aries, here's the thing. We're in Aries season now. It's not Aries season. It's actually on the cusp of Cancer and Leo season. So things are really emotional for a lot of people. We're in the middle of eclipses, so situations are changing kind of rapidly out of the blue. If it's not happening to you personally, I can promise you, somebody who's had something unexpected occur. It's eclipse season. We're all kind of getting work done by higher powers, being forced to see things for the first time, to acknowledge things in us that need to be cleared out. Why? Because Mars is in Aries. And this is a really profound placement because Mars is going to be with you for 6 months. Mars typically spends about 2 months in a sign, and he moves way differently than any of the other planets, which is why he's Mars. He's your planet. He's the planet of stamina. Like right now, you have the energy and the productivity to get things done, to accomplish things. And we're all, as a collective, feeling this heat, this push. We've got to get things moving. We have to make the decisions. We have to choose directions, right? It's still, with all of the other planets in retrograde, it's still a little bit of an inward process. In other words, we're not doing the things yet. We're just choosing what things we want to do. But the universe is playing with you, He's giving you signs. He's showing you things. He's telling you, hey, maybe you want to check out this path that you haven't considered in the past. Maybe it's just, like I said, I'm picking up on this energy of like almost an instant change of mindset. Like deciding that your happiness is a choice, right? That you could choose to struggle. You could choose to look at the negative way that things are happening, You could focus on that, or you could just say, wow, this is all an opportunity. And that's what I love about Mars and Aries, is it's an opportunity. Now, this energy is pretty cool up until about September. Then the Mars energy picks up in a different direction, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to be here to guide you guys through all of it. But right now, Aries is sort of this beaming light where we're all finding the strength to get through a lot of the negative things that we're having to deal with, and find a way to be productive and make changes in our lives anyways. Now, I say that because the overall energy for your reading is the 3 of Cups. This is really cool. I'm not picking up any negative vibes with this 3 of Cups. It just feels really social, really free. It feels like you are making your happiness a priority. You are setting aside the time to hang out with friends again, to be with your family and the people that you love. You know, this is celebrations. Maybe you're dealing with an onslaught of graduation parties, weddings. You know, we went several months being sort of locked up, and now it's beginning, at least from what we know, like we could start to do these things again. We could start having the parties, seeing the people, you know, and there's an element there of relief. Like, you know, you guys are going through a major, profound 12th house transit with Neptune there. There's a lot of spiritual awakening in my Aries, and it's fantastic. But this month in particular, it doesn't feel so heavy. This month, I'm just in this vibe of like, this is about me now. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. So I'm seeing you as very single, very free. Even if you aren't single, it's kind of this energy of not letting other people's drama dictate you, dictate your emotions. If anybody around you is sort of spinning out of control in certain ways, Aries finds a way to kind of become the island, right? Like, stay grounded. That Nine of Pentacles always screams to me of somebody who is really grounded. They're okay in the present moment. That is a gift from the universe when you have mastered yourself to the level of knowing that no matter what happens on the outside, inside, you're going to be just fine. The universe has got you. And that even in negative things that happen, you know, maybe you went through a breakup, putting you in a new energy of, you know, being single. Even if it was a rejection, even if somebody cheated on you, even if there was, you know, disappointment, you are okay. You're okay because you understand the concept of free will and people's personal paths, and that no matter what, no matter who's with you or not with you, you're on this path, you're going in this direction. And once you believe in yourself, once you get grounded, the universe sends you the people, it sends you the money, it sends you all of it as soon as you start to believe in yourself. And that's what I'm feeling for you this month. Six of Wands. This is a card of victory. This is a card of overcoming adversity, overcoming struggles. It's also a card of a lot of attention on you now. This seems to be a theme in these cards. You may have a lot of options right now, and I don't mean, you know, Seven of Cups kind of really struggling to figure it out. No, this is kind of Aries feeling their Aries, you know, like you may be even just going to the grocery store and all of a sudden you start to notice that people are looking at you. You know, if you are in a professional part of your life, you're going to notice that maybe important people are starting to listen to you. They're starting to take your advice. They're starting to believe in the things that you have to say. With this card, it is an element of leadership. And it could be as simple as you directing your own ship now, you know, like letting other people's opinions, other people that you felt maybe you had responsibilities, and now Aries is like, no, I'm done with that part of it. I'm going this way. I'm getting on my horse and I'm riding this way, and nobody's going to stop me because I know. And I have the support of the universe. And people are going to respect you for this, you know? People are really going to respect you. They're just going to start to look at Aries like, wow, they must know something that maybe we don't. Temperance card. Six of Wands can really start to open your eyes to what you have to offer others, what you can do for others. And if it goes too fast, you could get in your head a little bit. You could start to play those ego games, even if it's self-doubt creeping in, or if it's maybe being a little bit too high on your horse and you realize that maybe you're being a little bit judgmental. Temperance is where you naturally know when to tone it down. It's like everything's operating on all levels. You are getting the recognition that you deserve. People are listening to you. People are seeing you. You are attracting things to you right now. But you're not just taking all of it. You're not letting it go to your head. The Temperance card means that, again, you're grounded. You understand the bigger picture. And right now you understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't expect to have this kind of change of attitude. And in one day, one day of being single, you go out with your friends and you meet the love of your life. I think Aries is kind of over that story. And I think the new story is enjoying where you are in the moment. Temperance card is all about divine timing and having faith that when the time is right, things will be presented to you. And until then, you just have to have faith and you just have to focus on your vibration. You just got to keep things real high level vibes. What you believe in, you realize you're creating. And this Page of Wands is so awesome. It's so awesome because it means you have the ability and the opportunity now to just be curious, to just be free, to just kind of check out different arenas. I don't know if you're on dating websites and, you log on and maybe you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Like the first 24 hours, you got like 80 messages and you're like, damn, I still got it. And the Page of Wands is like, no expectations that the next person you meet is going to be the one. You just go in it just curious. Like you just want to try new things. You want to see new places. You want to, nothing's holding Aries back right now. And that's an energy that I just kind of want to sit here all day in this energy and enjoy this with you. It feels fantastic. Now, underneath this Six of Wands is a King of Pentacles. Well, remember how I said the best part about this is that Aries isn't letting all of this go to their head. They're real grounded. And when you are real grounded, you attract things to you that are also real grounded, solid, dependable. This is knowing. And maybe it is just a knowing that you got this, that slowly but surely things will continue to move at a nice, manageable pace. And nothing's going to weigh you down. This is like courage and common sense all wrapped up together in like the perfect recipe for success. Now, if this King of Pentacles isn't you, really being grounded in yourself, in your faith, in your plans, if this isn't representative of you, it's who you're attracting. And if this is who you're attracting, then you are doing everything right. The King of Pentacles doesn't play games. He doesn't need attention from others. He doesn't depend on others financially, or, he doesn't look for other people to give him things. He creates them. He's the creator. He's the harvester. And there is an element coming out with this King of Pentacles, it's kind of interesting because I had said that Aries is kind of coming across as an island, and how other people might be somewhat spinning out of control right now, even just collectively, even just looking at the news, looking at people flipping out in grocery stores and stuff. And the King of Pentacles is like, I don't give away my control like that. And the King of Pentacles also knows that each and every one of us are on our own journey, our own path. We have free will. We get to choose what we want to experience. And if people around you are going down different paths, they're not choosing your path, it doesn't bother you at all. You lose no sleep over that situation or scenario. If you have a hater or a troller online, they won't take an ounce of strength from Aries at this time, because you are so rock solid. Temperance. Temperance coming out underneath the Nine of Wands, next to the King of Pentacles. There's a lot here, and it's the center of the reading. So Aries, you're good. You're good. And then Mars hits Chiron. It's not something that's going to last forever. It's not something that's going to spiral all of this fantastic energy out of control. Absolutely not. But it's something. It's something that may rub you the wrong way. It might trigger you. It might bring back some old memories. It might bring back or serve as a reminder of times when you weren't this, when you weren't so solid, when other people did have the ability to hurt you, to throw you off balance a little bit. I'm sorry, I need a sip of... Knowing right now the way that all of a sudden I'm choking, and there's definitely an element of communication here. I don't know, maybe it's going to be somebody saying something to you, but it's going to make you put a wall up or realize where you have a wall up. This is exposing a block. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. And it comes like this. The Temperance, the Nine of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is so indicative that you are almost there, right? You have a goal, you have a passion, you have something that you're dreaming about, that you're manifesting, and man, you're so close. With that Nine of Wands, you're so close. And your foundations are so strong. Like, you've got this. And you've got support. You've got commitment. You've got other people believing in you. This is a spiritual path that you're on. If you're coming into meeting somebody new, now, King of Pentacles, you don't sell the house and move in together and get married in 3 days. Of course not. You're practical. You're making good decisions. You're building solid foundations. So, no, it's not something like that. But it is divine. It is karmic. It is meant to be in your life. Maybe it's a business partnership. Maybe it's just a friendship, a creative partner, a muse even. But that one last thing, that one final thing that you have to take care of before you change everything, before your Wheel of Fortune takes off. You know, this is kind of like the lottery ticket. I'm not saying you're going to win the lottery, but this is when your direction changes. This is when, you know, things start to flow for you. Things start to happen in the 3D world, in where other people could start to see the changes within you. And this tells me there's something that you're really defending. You know, this could be a block. And it's like that one last thing. And maybe it's a karmic partnership that comes into your life. And Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Cups. See, Aries, you're in a good place and you're attracting all of the support. You're bringing the people into your life that are supposed to be there. And it's really karmic. But you got to be able to take advantage of this. And by that, you've got to be able to break down that wall and let people in. And you have to understand the concept of unconditional love. And I think Mars meets up with Chiron towards the end of Cancer season. During a Cancer new moon, this is your 4th house. These are your emotions. Something's going to remind you that even though your vibe is good, there's something deeper that we got to tap into for a minute. Unconditional love is a gift from the universe. It is what each and every one of us is trying to achieve in some way, shape, or form in our life. We are given the opportunity to achieve and understand unconditional love. King of Cups. Six of Cups. It could be romantic, of course. It could be somebody from your past coming back and triggering something in you. It could be old childhood wounds that maybe you've been sweeping under the rug that really has to be dealt with now because you're at this place of success. And it's like you just got to knock down that one last wall before you could kind of walk into your Garden of Eden, right? So it's probably going to take some work, and it's going to be a lot of internal work, because in order to get to a place of unconditional love, you have to be in a place of unconditional forgiveness. And a lot of people can struggle with this. For a lot of people, this is a crazy concept. When other people do us harm, when other people hurt us, anybody, and especially the people that we believe are here to love us. You know, if these are wounds from your parents, you know, a feeling of not being loved as a child that comes to the surface and it sort of rocks you. But it comes to the surface so that you can look at it and you could say, no, I did deserve better. When you do that, when you take the time and you accept the accountability, it's just the way that you look at it. You take this one last piece of yourself that's kind of still wounded, you know. Chiron's that wounded warrior. He's shot by his best friend and has to spend his life in immense pain. But he becomes a teacher for others in how to process and work with that pain, how exploring and finding out how to heal it is a gift that you don't just give yourself, but you share it with many other people. Chiron is the warrior, and Mars is the warrior, and it means you have the strength to get through this lesson. You have the strength to feel these emotions, to let it come to the surface, and then deal with it once and for all. Find that level of forgiveness. If you need to seek therapy or seek out a friend, by all means do so. If you need to explore and look into your old childhood stuff, do so. If you feel a call to get a past life regression, maybe you don't know where these emotions are coming from because your childhood was perfect. You didn't have this, and yet you're still continuing to deal with this pain. That's even more frustrating. And sometimes when you're having a 12th house transit, things come to you in dreams and they could confuse you even more, but yet they make you feel a certain way. If you're being called to get to the bottom of some of these mysteries, the universe is going to work with you. You're going to have the strength. You're going to have the teachers that come, the people that come. Maybe these people are just provoking you, poking the bear. And Aries, you're going to benefit so much from it. You're going to benefit so much from being able to achieve this level of forgiveness. Your 2 cards. Astrology cards. Virgo and Pisces. Great. So we talked about the 12th house planet transit, right? Neptune being such a strong planet. We're kind of in this spiritual place right now of awakening. So Neptune, of course, plays a role in it. Neptune is in Pisces. Pisces Virgo axis is an interesting part of the chart because Pisces and Virgo are kind of both tied to the divine. Virgo in an earthly way. Virgo is the virgin. There's a level of purity with Virgo. It's the idea that you're purifying, you're shining the light on these negative memories, these negative aspects of you, and you're cleaning them up. That's what Virgo does. It helps you to analyze situations. It's so practical. It's so brilliant. Mercury in Cancer in your 4th house can kind of give you that ability to clean that stuff out. And Pisces is a card of surrender. You don't have to carry it anymore. This is when you get to reach a level of freedom like you've never had before. It's a pretty cool energy. And again, it's also a reflective energy. Pisces is where we really help others. And so is Virgo. These are both healing energies. So I think what I'm picking up on is this Mars Chiron aspect coming through and creating this incredible healing process for you. And it might affect you so much that you become involved in the teaching of it to others. Even if it's 1 or 2 conversations you have in your lifetime with people close to you, and you say, I went through that thing this one time, and maybe it relates to them, and maybe you share your story, and then those people are able to raise their vibration. It's so important. You look at a virus, right? You look at a virus and you see how it spreads. Sometimes you could be in a house with 6 other people and only one person gets it. And you're like, well, how? We live together, we share the surfaces, we share the bathrooms. But then you get one person that comes in at work one day and all of a sudden, 20 people now have this virus. You have to step out of the common sense analyzing part of it. Some things aren't going to make sense in a mundane way. Sometimes they're just special. Sometimes they're just spiritual. Sometimes they're just gifts from the universe. They're just messages from the other side, and you get to receive it and you get to believe in it. And that's the Pisces energy. And then the Virgo energy says, great, now you had this experience. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to help others with it? How's it going to change you for the better? Remember, Virgo always sees the potential and always strives to make everything better. And Pisces says, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm accepted. I surrender the need to be perfect. And in that is a different level of perfection. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Your vibration is so important this month, Aries, even while you're going through this journey, this emotional journey for maybe the last time. You still have this incredible control over your vibration, and you know that you can't allow yourself to get into the pity party. You can't allow yourself to fall into a level of victimization, because that's when your vibe goes down, and that's when you attract people that aren't so good for you. When you attract scenarios because you don't believe you deserve better. It's a vicious cycle that you're stepping out of, and you know the importance in this already. I don't even have to tell you. Your animal cards, the peacock and the shark. The peacock, it's you getting the recognition, realizing what you bring to the table, you know, getting that attention, man, being single, feeling good about yourself. The peacock feels really good. He likes himself. He's proud of himself. Shark. That's that Mars and Chiron. There's something that you're kind of circling around, and you know you got to go in, and you know you got to delve deep, but you're going to overcome it. You're a shark, right? You know what you need to do. And the shark is also so intuitively guided. Really big energy this month, Aries. I'm really loving it for you. All right. So do me a favor, if you don't mind, if you're still around and listening, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with people. It's really growing at a nice pace now. I'm starting to really enjoy it. But of course, my biggest goal is to get these messages out to as many people, to read as much as I can to help people and give them the advice that they need. I don't take money for this. It's not a selfish endeavor. So by hitting that like button, you can maybe open up a whole nother world for other people as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to be checking back soon, hopefully. Remember, we have a second new moon in Cancer coming at the end of the month with this Mars-Chiron aspect. But Aries, I think you got this. I don't think anything's going to rock you too hard, and the things that do are so divinely guided for you. You're so protected right now that you're going to be just fine. You've got the strength and the stamina. You've got Mars. You are good. All right, Aries, have a wonderful July. I'll see you in August. Bye.